I had to learn to set in my intention to be present. I set my clock on my phone for every hour to tune into how I was feeling. I began that, and when I adopted one of our three kids, we adopted two kids, my husband and I, and one had special needs, and so went through a lot of frustration and anger and everything else trying to get help for this child, and just to deal with his behavior issues. He was born with PCP, cocaine and alcohol in the system, but he's an extremely bright young man, but just trying to help him to adapt into the school. I found a lot of frustrations with teachers in addition to him as well. So I was able to connect with mindfulness and find mindfulness, which changed my whole life, and it helped me to get the help for him that he needed, because I was able to let go of those emotions that tied us both down. We don't realize when maybe someone else is acting up or not acting like we think they should act, but we hold on to the energy, the negativity of it all. And it's called pushing it down into what they call the pain body, which is in our bodies. Our bodies always knows what's happening. And so I thought with the present, being present was only when you meditated, meditation with the breath. But I didn't know, and I had to learn that to try to be present throughout the day with cooking, washing up, brushing the teeth, doing whatever work that needed to be done, driving a car, standing in line at the grocery store, because being present helps us to look at our feelings. And when we don't are aware of our feelings, being in the present moment, then those feelings are pushed down, and then that becomes what they call a pain body, which becomes our identity. We react to life, and we're triggered by things that tap into our pain body. Maybe we had such maybe some types of feelings that people didn't care for us, even going back to being young. Then we would hold those energies and push them down. But when we're present, we allow those thoughts and those feelings to come up. We don't try to change them. We don't try to push them back down. We just are aware of them. And when we become aware, being present with those feelings, it creates space. And with that space, those feelings can leave on their own. They can just dissolve. We're not holding on to them. We're not identifying them with them, because oftentimes we do identify with what we're feeling, and that becomes the way we live our life. So we want to be able to open up and let those feelings pass by, and asking ourselves, one of the things that's important to ask ourselves, how are you feeling? What's going on? We want other people to ask us how we're feeling, or care about our emotions and care about what we're going through, but we don't tap into the feelings ourselves. We just ignore ourselves. We take care of other people, right? And ask them, but we don't ask ourselves. And so a great practice is once an hour is set your clock on your phone or wherever, and tap in and say, how are you feeling? What's going on? So it's the power of now. That's what's so important right now. It's just, especially with so much things going on in the country and this time of year, being able to feel those feelings, and you can describe them. Are they moving? Is it a feeling that's in my stomach or my chest? And we're just there with that feeling. We want to welcome it up. And I know it sounds counterproductive, But that allows those feelings just to go on its own, and we're not tied to them. We don't live our life based on the fear that we have or the anger we had with someone else, years ago, which can actually color our life. And we were living from outside in. We want to live from inside out because we have the power to feel good about ourselves. But what gets in the way of the present moment is those old thoughts and feelings. The present moment is so important because it taps us into our true self, our authentic self, our powerful self, the one that has all the answers to the questions and directions of what we need. It's that peaceful, joyful, loving, happy side of ourselves. And so that is so important to know it's always there. We don't have to buy something to get these feelings. All we have to do is tap into them and feel that peace, even if for a moment. And then the more we do this and learn to stop and just feel our bodies, we're going to do a meditation on that, to feel what's going on, the easier it is that we want to come back to it over and over again to the point that we begin living that way. It's so easy to tap into the present moment, but like we forget, we just don't do it, right? But that is where the comfort comes. That's where the joy and the happiness and the things we want in life we begin to attract to us because we're on a high vibration level when we're at peace. We're not trying to get something and make it happen, which tenses up our body and tenses up our life. And it tells the universe, okay, you don't have it, so here's more of not what you don't have, right? So let's do our practice on that. So this is a beautiful picture, and we want to tap into the present moment with our senses, where we're smelling, where we're cooking something. That's being in the present moment. We're feeling whatever it is with our hands or our body, and what we hear. So we use those senses to tap into the present moment where we find this opening of happiness and joy and love. So whatever is going on outside of us, and our mental, whatever's happening in our world, I should say, or in our business or in our families or whatever has upset us, we can absolutely find that peace, and it begins to change what's going on outside of us, that's making us upset. But we are befriending our body and befriending our mind. The mind thinks in the past and it thinks in the future, but it's always trying to protect us, right? It's the ego mind that's always on alert and always putting us in that mindset that, okay, you're not good enough, this is not going to happen for you. All the things that hold us back. And we don't want to get angry with the mind because it's a very useful thing to have. Our mind tells us how to go in different directions, how to figure out our bank statements, all that stuff. But it doesn't know how to deal with the heart, the emotions of the heart. And so when we are able to be in the present moment in mindfulness, we can feel that peace, which is the heart energy that comes up and absolutely soothes us. So let's begin by gently arriving, coming home to ourselves, right? And if it feels comfortable, close your eyes or soften your gaze, letting your eyes rest on a spot in front of you. There's nothing you need to do right now, nowhere else you need to be. You've already arrived just by being here. Now take a moment to notice the simple fact that you're sitting here. Feel the chair beneath you, the support of the seat holding your body. Notice where your body makes contact with the chair, your legs and your hips and your back. Let yourself be supported. You don't have to hold yourself up. The chair is doing that for you, or the bed you're lying on. Now gently bring your attention to your breath. No need to change it. Just notice the breath. Notice the inhale as it comes in and the exhale as it leaves. Breathing in and breathing out. And if it helps, you might quietly say to yourself, in, out, or here, now. Let the breath be your anchor. You can return to it anytime. As you continue breathing, notice the sensations in your body. Let your feet, notice your feet. Are they touching the floor? Feel the ground beneath them. Notice your hands resting in your lap or on the arms of the chair. Feel the weight of your hands. This is being in the present moment by noticing this. Notice your shoulders if they're tight. Gently invite them to soften, no forcing, just allowing. Notice your jaw, your face, your forehead. Let them soften. Now gently turn your attention inward and notice what you're feeling emotionally. There's no need to label it as good or bad. Just notice. You might be feeling calm or restless or tired or distracted. Whatever is here is okay. You're simply noticing. Now imagine you're sitting on a balcony, gently watching your inner experience. Watching your breath, your body, your feelings without trying to change anything. Just watching. Now thoughts may be arising, and that's what they do. That's completely normal. Maybe the thoughts about what happened earlier today or what you need to do later, or whether you're doing this right. When you notice a thought, gently say to yourself, thinking, 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 and then guide your attention back to the breath or to the feeling of the chair, to the sensation of being right here. This is how we remind ourselves to be present, not by pushing thoughts away, but by noticing when the mind wanders and gently returning. And when you notice your mind has wandered and you're not present, you are present because you noticed it. Each time you come back, you're strengthening your ability to be here. You might even place one hand on your body, your chest or your belly. Feel it rising and falling with each breath. That's presence. You don't need silence. You don't need perfect conditions. Just tune into your senses. Listening to the sound or feeling something or hearing. Notice how your body feels compared to when we began. And as we close, gently bring your awareness back to the room around you. Notice any sounds, the light in the room. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Excellent. So the present moment is just being here. It's just using our senses to tap into our thoughts, our feeling, just using our body as we're cleaning up, washing up, because it gives that space to those emotions that have been clogged up in our body. And that becomes what they call the pain body, where we are living from those old emotions. But when we are stopped in the present moment and just even look around the room and see the light or see whatever or feel even a pin in your hand, anything, you're using your senses, and it opens up that space around an emotion that's been trapped there, and it leaves on its own. And so that's our practice with being in the present moment. The presence is not just sitting down doing your breath and noticing it then. You try to live throughout the day, just taking small little steps like that, even walking. Notice how your feet, one foot comes up, one foot goes down. When you're driving, notice the sounds around you. Notice how you're holding the steering wheel, the motion of the car. That's using your senses. And you begin to live like that. It becomes a habit for you. Say, uh-oh, I'm feeling overwhelmed. Let me get into the present moment. Let me stop for a moment. Breathing in and breathing out. And just noticing that emotion that's been there, that has come up. Now, sometimes there's another emotion that comes up behind that one after the first one leaves. That's okay, because it's like peeling away onion skins, this layers, some things we've been pushing down for years. And the great thing is that they're coming up. A lot of the mystics and spiritual teachers throughout the ages, they wanted to feel the sadness or the depression or whatever it is, because it gave them an opportunity to release it by being in the present moment.